Hey everyone, welcome back. Stephen Young, another episode of Motivational Monday. So this week I'm going to give you a lesson of reflection. So I'm going to reflect myself. So almost 11 years ago now, I actually started in this business. And it wasn't that long ago that I literally had no money and no knowledge, I had no real estate holdings. I didn't even know what to do when it came to real estate. But I started that journey with the sole purpose of learning everything I possibly could and gaining long-term sustainable wealth through that. That's always been my mission statement ever since I started when I was 26 years old. So now I want to reflect that back onto you as what I actually did to start my journey. And the very first property that I bought, I'll never forget, it was in College Park, which is here in Toronto. It's 763 Bay Street. And it was a small little unit. It was a 1+ den. And it was a deal that I got from the developer. I didn't know it was a deal at the time. I was always good at finding deals. I just didn't know how good of a deal it actually was because, quite frankly, I literally knew nothing about the business. But I had no money either. So the challenge I was up against was to purchase the property at the time was a new development site. And if you don't know this, if you buy off plan or off spec is what we call it, you have 10 days, what we call the cooling down period or the rescission period, to come up with the money. So your first deposit check. So the deposit check, the first one was $5,000, and the purchase price of the actual unit, I think it was about $205,000, something like that. And I didn't have the money. So I was like, what do? I just bought it out of a whim, figuring, it's probably a good deal. I just don't know. I have no money, but I'll figure it out. That was always been my plan. It really hasn't stopped since then. So $5,000 in 10 days, I got to figure out where to get that. And I didn't have it at the time, but I did have a savings from when I played professional football. It was roughly about $5,000. The problem was I wouldn't be able to unlock it within that 10-day period. So I was sort of stuck. But what that opportunity did, it made me realize and very quickly figure out how I can unlock money very, very quickly in the real estate world. So essentially what I did is, at the time, you can't do this any longer, but at the time I had commissions because I was a realtor. I purchased the property from the builder, and the builder was willing to pay me a commission. I think it was 4%, so something like $8,000 or $9,000. So I got a commission advance from a company who does commission advances for agents based on the deal. Now, I hadn't even closed on the thing yet, but they advanced me the $5,000 to close the deal in 10 days. So I was safe for now. Here's the problem. The next 30 days, I had to come with 5%, so $10,000. So I didn't have that money either. So I had to be very creative and very sort of salesy for the first 30 days of my career. I didn't want to be, but I was very good at understanding how the business worked at that point because I had no choice, right? I had this looming deadline of 30 days, $10,000 that I didn't have, and how did I get it? So part of that came from my savings of when I played professional football. I was able to unlock that savings by the time the next check came about, and they actually paid out the commissions owed to me before. So I was okay with that. The other problem was I had another 5% payment in the next 120 days. So it was a whirlwind way to invest in real estate. Literally zero cash, but I knew I just had to get into this business somehow. And I love what my mentor says. He says, just jump and grow wings on the way down. That's essentially what I did. I didn't even thought about it. My family thought I was just lost my mind, that I bought a property without any money and that I was going to close this thing in probably 6 to 7 months. And I literally had just basically no job. I just got into sales. I just got into real estate. No actual income, but I did it anyways. But it was the best decision I ever made because it unlocked what I have today. It unlocked the knowledge base and unlocked my confidence in this business and unlocked that I had the ability to do it. And you can do the exact same thing. So today I wanted to reflect back on what I did 11 years ago to sort of perpetuate what I did. And it's very important for you this week to reflect back on where you are today, where you've come from, whether it's good or bad. You may have had a better life in the past and you're not in the life that you want, but you just got to reflect back as to what got you that good life that you want and just get back to that state. But right now, if you're in a fantastic life and things are going fantastic and you're so successful and you're just pushing forward every single day, day in and day out, you got to take the time and say, look, how far back were you? Like, how long ago did it take you to get to that success? And you have to remember and grasp a hold of that because it will help you perpetuate moving forward. Because unfortunately, day in and day out, it's a bit of a grind at this business, and we tend to forget where we came from. So that's my view from the top this week.